Hey, welcome to TPIM SR Live, y'all. I'm your host, True Power is Mine. Forgive me for the screenshot, but I just happen to have it on this website. And these are the pictures that popped up. So these are the pictures I am presently rolling with. Guys and girls. As Jordan Maxwell has already told us, and you know what? I think we might revisit that show today. Play some of the key points because this COVID is getting out of hand. I doubt at this point in time there's anybody that hasn't been touched by it one way. Either they know a person or maybe even themselves are actually underneath the attack. But now let's just get into the news. Trump doesn't look too happy now, does he? Trump vows to lock Biden up. Another Republican senator distances themselves. U.S. highest corona case since July. New Florida surge, etc., etc., etc. Fear, y'all. Fear is how they're going to do it. Let's check on the state. On world currency getting closer. Now, unfortunately, see, they only got, hold on, past month. They had stuff from 2017. See, it's stuff like this, the 666 stuff, the Bitcoin mark of the beast. Okay, guys. Let's think of the world as if religion had never existed. Wouldn't the natural flow of things would be for all the people who actually have power to somehow consolidate their power under one universal umbrella? Not for the benefit of humanity, but more for the benefit of interest and collateral damage to property. Now, let's go back to the real world. And we can interject religions and ideology into this thing. And it's not so difficult to see. There will absolutely come a point in time in human history, if given enough time to evolve to this state, where there will be just one government controlling the whole planet. People will be microchipped. People will be surveilled. And that will just be that. Is it evil? Is it good? I guess it really depends on your perspective. Is it happening? Absolutely. Brother David, peace and power. Carol City Kane, peace and power. You know it's already happened. But this message is for the uninitiated. Listen, y'all. Digital value will be the value of the future. Yes, gold, platinum, silver, etc., will still be valuable. Okay, absolutely. But the lion's share of value will actually be in the digital realm. Now, you can stay trapped in the 9-to-5 paradigm, or else you can evolve into the new way of thinking. It's entirely up to you. We have to see for ourselves which lifestyle is going to work. I invested in Stella and XRP. I want to be on the elevator going up, but some people don't. But I don't want to do it just for individual purposes. I want to do it for the hub. I want to do it. To make it really happen. Now let's get back. Let's jump back here to the news. I had to steer away from YouTube. The last several videos that I did that I utilized any video clip from that site, they flagged it. We're not trying to get the channel banned here. I could let me kick on this other computer here real quick. And let's see if we can't uh-oh. It came on, then it went up right on off. Let's see if we can't oh no. If I do that, then I have to plug that into back here. I think. Yeah. I don't know. If I want to open up the phone lines, I have to do some rewiring. So I'm probably not going to do that. There's just so much to talk about. And I really don't know exactly where to begin. The Chinese using their energy directed weapons on us. Space fleet still moving towards us. Will Trump win or lose the election? I pretty much went over all this. I know where we can go. Hold on. Let's talk about some new weaponry. Let's talk about. Oh, that's a badass looking chopper. Let's talk about what's coming up because military purchases is essential. I mean, this is the foundation of any analytical basis. Where is the space systems? Oh, dang it. It's moving by itself. I'm not even touching it. It's just moving by itself. I was trying to get to the Russian hype. Right. Don't. Damn it. This is not. Hold on. This cannot be happening. Russian hypersonic drone. Okay. I don't know why I'm having so much difficulties. That's supposed to be the Russian space drone. No. Oh, this is pissing me off. Hold on, I gotta open this full screen here. Okay. They changed the side around. Damn it. Right on. See what? Oh, I can't. Okay, I can't do nothing with the site. It's upsetting me. All it's doing every time I try to click on this one right here, you guys see it. The Russian. I have to keep. Is this one right here? The Russian hypersonic space drone. Remember, I was telling you guys about this weapon. Well, it was similar to this weapon, but it was the Chinese, basically, a laser mounted system to shoot down drones. But this site normally, it used to be a really great site, a source reference site, but obviously it's a joke now because you try to click on any of this stuff. I'm wondering would they still have the countries. And it's still showing. Actually, this was wrong. We're really closer to 350 million. But then they show that by 2025, 100 million people. I want to show you guys this one more time. One more time. Look at all the equipment. Oh, you guys have to see this. Hold on. They're actually showing. I can't believe they have this information up here. We basically have 496 F-15D and F-15C Eagles. Attack helicopters. We have a grand total. I just want to show you guys the grand totals here. 1,643. We got a lot of aircraft. Almost 5,000 sorted varieties. See, this is what. Okay, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. Power. Right here, this is just the United States Air Force. Basically, has command of 10,400 plus air vehicles and all systems related to maintaining those systems. Friends, that is just one aspect. One thing you should count yourself very fortunate or lucky is that you are a U.S. citizen. If you're an actual citizen, you should count yourself lucky because right now, as it stands, we do have the best equipped military in the world, bar none. And we still technically have the manufacturing capability to keep it moving. And honestly, at this point in the game, for all those who wants to keep the old economy alive, that's what you're going to need. You're going to need World War III and the economic engine that's powering those weapon systems. But the only flaw in that plan, World War III is going to be so rapidly fast. It's not going to be like World War II. You ain't going to have to wait 6, 7, 8 months for systems to be deployed and, 14, 15 days for squadrons to get in position. It's going to be lightning fast. But for all those who don't believe in the so-called conspiracy theories or don't believe in the new liberal order, world order, that is, I invite you to look at the UN, look at some of their white papers that they've developed, especially papers concerning global stability or global peace or economic stability on a global level. Because 99.9% of the wars actually fought. Now, you can throw in the propaganda, but it's really fought over economic means or economic reasons. Now, the people who are fighting, they could be coerced to fight for whatever, but someone's getting paid. That's the nature of war. It's a business. It's a racket. And this racket requires blood. Human blood. We're not that far from our old ancient brethren. We still do human sacrifices, but we call it different now. Abortions, satanic sacrifices, people dying in military combat, viruses being released by clandestine organizations. I'm not trying to be a rainy day here, guys. But it would appear the sun is starting to set. What comes next? It could be Orwellian nightmare, or it could be a reasonable utopia that will actually get us to a state to where we're actually truly engaging in outer space activities. Because as it is now, buddy, you are never going to get to outer space in a gas powered rocket. I mean, I hate to tell everybody, we're still basically at the end of the steam age. Yeah, you have some electronic cars here and there, but we're really essentially in the steam age. We are going to have to basically exploit the alien technology that's on this planet and share it with everybody, not just a certain few. Harness these systems, utilize this energy, and get the fuck up off of Earth. And then for all you who want to, you know, uh, have your society this way or that way, go for it. Go and find a little section of the universe, and you guys can be the planet who has eyes. Inbreed that up to the hilt. The rest of us who are just about humanity as a whole, humanity as a totality, we'll go the other way. And in that respect, our paths will never cross. Because this is one thing that is certain. You might not want to believe this, but it is the truth. Throughout all known history, Earth has been a place where things come to die. Species arise, and then they die out. Fauna flourishes, then it dies out. Now, bacteria and viruses, they seem to have been going a hot minute. They seem to be somehow immune from the effects of time, or maybe they reproduce so rapidly that it neutralizes time to some degree. But I'm talking about the things we can see, touch, taste, smell, and hear. We're going to go the way of the dodo unless we all unite and move forward. It might not happen this century, might not even happen this eon. But it will. The sun will burn out one day. And before it burns out, it's going to expand. And when it expands, it's going to turn this little blue dot into a red, crispy critter. I want to go to China real quick. Not literally to China, but figuratively. We're going to see what the Chinese are rocking. Their grand total. Now, I hope these numbers are accurate. Our grand total is 10,000 plus. Their grand total is 1,500 plus. Combat aircraft of various sorts and sizes. Now, if these numbers are accurate, which I doubt they are, China's not going to give us the real numbers. A lot of question marks. We basically had them outgunned in the sky, quite literally, 10 to 1. Tanks, military personnel, infantry, that's a different story. We all know they got the 2 million man army. Then they got like another 8 million in reserves. Okay, 8 to 10. But all those clusters and millions of people, all that does is make short work. There's quite literally laser weapons now. They're weapons that can actually cause earthquakes, tsunamis. There are weapons that there's just no defense for. A hypersonic missile coming into your location that can zig and zag and pitch and yeet and turn. There's no defense for it. And depending on what type of warhead's on it, what am I saying? I guess I'm ultimately saying, for those who refuse to believe, refuse to accept, carry on. Please act shocked at the appropriate moment. But those who've been following the show for a minute and you basically been checking out all the information throughout the years, you guys already know. I spent the greater part of this year trying to bring forth good, positive information about reparations, about the economic benefit, about how it would actually enrich and embolden the whole country. Not to mention, start the mending process on an ugly scar in American history. But I realize too, no matter how eloquent or point on your information is, it does not matter if it goes against the narrative of the day. And the narrative of today, right now, 2020, is forget y'all. Just like it was back in the 60s, back in the 40s, back in the 1800s, back in the 1700s, back in the 1600s, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I say ultimately, look, you can do this, keep on voting the way you're voting, okay, whatever, or else you can start grassroots, areas where there's a bunch of us that can actually work together and come up with some sort of political strategy. I suggest you guys do it on your own, work together and build your own little enclave. And then once enough of those pops up, then try to do some sort of national move. If you keep on playing the Democrat Republican game, all you're going to end up doing is basically like a tennis ball, just smack from one side of the court to the other. So, yes, I know reparations is a great, terrific ideal, but the reality at this state and time in human history, we're wasting our breaths on it because there's people with bigger platforms that are doing a far better job. And I'll just leave that to them. I'll give you guys the knowledge that you're not going to get nowhere else. I'll give you the inside scoop on, like I said, XRP. Go and buy it up. Go to Coinbase and start hitting it up. But folks, until we actually fix the psychological and like feeling in this country or in this world, you're still at jeopardy the moment that things stop going economically correct for the main society or the people with the proper arms and whatnot. You always have the potentiality for those people to turn quite violent and ugly. The potentiality for basically another German, Russian, Chinese style cultural reorganization. And this cultural reorganization is just like COVID. It's going to affect everybody. Nobody will be untouched. And when you have a situation, a real situation, where men and women are being rounded up, men and women are being disappeared, and no one knows where they're at. I'm telling you where they're at. And I'm telling you why they're there. One thing you can always count on is human history to repeat itself. And if you don't see the incitement, and I mean, some people will argue, well, this is just for now and it's going to go away and things kind of go back to normal. Friends, there has been some energy poured out onto this planet. And a lot of people, they just want to have the old way of doing things. What do I mean by that? The old paradigm, the old classism, let's just say, the old class. This is the one true thing that's so beautiful about society. It appears to be stagnant, but it's really not. It's constantly changing. People were rich yesterday may be poor tomorrow. People who were poor yesterday may be rich today. Now, that doesn't change too often, but it could. That's what XRP is going to do. It's going to flip the switch like that. That's why I keep suddenly telling you guys, XRP, Stella, check it out for yourself. Put $20 in there and make your little 200,000 in value that you can exchange for any currency you want. You can even exchange it for gold and silver. But one thing is for sure, if you're waiting for that shit to be handed to you, I think you're going to be waiting a mighty long time. Now, hold on. I just got confirmation. Well. Looky here. California City confronts its racist past, apologize for sundown laws. Compton residents to get guaranteed income in 2 years pilot program. Well, let's check this out. And violence erupts in San Francisco. Let's see what's going on. Trump supporters. Uh-oh. Oh, that's a cool shirt. Hold on, I gotta get this ad off. Close these ads. So it's this is crazy, y'all. I'm trying to close it. I really am. But it's just like ads for days here. I'm gonna try to close this ad, and if another ad pops up. If another ad pops up, then we're just going to a different close. This is bullshit. I don't. Let's X that shit out too. Okay. Hold on, guys. I'm almost there now. Trump supporters. Man, this is the hardest. Censorship clash, Antifa, BLM activists, and violent scene. Okay, I want to see the. I guess the video was trying to load. Oh, damn. Somebody looks like they got maybe juiced or something. Cop on the ground. Looks like he's a sergeant. Ooh. Ooh. Someone lost a tooth. Now he's on the ground. It looks like he might have wet himself through here. That's a Trump supporter. When we get to the black man, he's actually bleeding. They're letting you know something. They're letting you know something. I don't see no blood on nobody else. Look at this guy. This is crazy. You know? I guess this must be Antifa. I guess that must be more of Antifa. I don't know exactly what Antifa is. I mean, I know they're anti-fascist, but I don't know like what is their makeup. Uh-oh. Proud Boys have 20 teeny. What? Another casualty. I guess there is some violence. Oh, they got dude up there missing a tooth. I guess this was soon before the fight or something. Man. Just look at these pictures. Oh, someone throwing soda on people. Why did they have his leg in like a box? You know, people, we just have to let people talk their stuff. I mean, and then people burning stuff, smash fascism. This guy looks like he could be a policeman, but I don't know if he is a policeman with this get up. Man, this cop is ready. I'm looking at these pictures, y'all. Right along. This is the first time I seen them too. And this guy must be somebody important. I should have followed the story, but these people, I guess they're getting piss thrown on them. I don't know. Something's happening to them. And then this guy. Okay. So basically, like I said, you have, excuse me, I've been so tired lately. You basically have a situation. Holy shit. Here's everything I talked about. It's basically $6 billion plus in federal spending smash records. Budget gap, 3.1 trillion. That's going to equate to economic downturn. And pretty damn soon. Tech influence over market eclipse, the dot peaks. Okay, TikTok. Wow. Wow. Okay. There's top policy. Where's the second? Hmm. Another COVID victim. He's an older guy. Might not make it. But once again, that's a Palestinian. Hmm. He could pass for a banker. Okay. So basically, guys, hopefully you're getting the picture here. Basically, it's pretty bleak. We got sailors on the U.S. Theodore Roosevelt positive. Archbishop performs exorcist to cleanse protest site. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I think we need to start cleansing people's hearts, perhaps. I think we should. I think we should treat all citizens with dignity and respect. I think we should end redlining. I think that if people's rights or privileges or whatever you want to call it, freedom is tied to judicial review or activist judges or people who will just go in there and rewrite shit, I think that's dangerous. I think we should all be adult enough to understand that everyone has liberty and privilege. Everybody should, according to your status, right? I mean, even though that might not be the right way to be ultimately, but I think we all can agree everybody has privilege according to their class and status to a certain degree. It kind of goes back to why does everyone always look at, the black athlete or the black musician or actor or comedian, right? Because isn't the reality is they are the visual, they're easily visible as having economically succeeded, meaning that if they want to fly to Paris, they can fly to Paris, no problem. If they want to buy a brand new home, they can buy a brand new home, no problem. Red line be damned. And ultimately, isn't that the rat race we're all participating in? Now, whether you're winning at the race or not, that's irrelevant. Can't we all just agree we are all participating in it? Some are doing better than others, but we're all participating in it, wittingly or willingly, unwittingly or willingly. That's why a lot of this stuff is not going to change. Actually, it's going to get much worse. As more history and more knowledge is being absorbed by the young, the people who are actually going to do something because they have years left on this planet, it's just going to get worse. That's why the books were burnt back in the old days, to stop that knowledge from being passed down. And then you can fabricate any old type of bullshit. That's the reason why propaganda was so actually practical, because it filled the legitimate void of those books and information that was destroyed. Now you can make up any old kind of history and people will eat it up because it's coming from official sources and there's nothing else that can contradict it. Well, now we have the internet and people, I have known people to sit there and quite literally spend thousands of dollars on ink cartridges and papers, just printing off shit from the internet. Like they got their own little personal library of shit. Folks, how to say this? 3 more months left to this year. World War II began, what, December 7th, 1941? World War III probably hit November 23rd. Folks, I hope you prepare. I hope you have a plan. I hope you stay at the ready. Because one, the Chinese ain't having it no more. The Russians, you know, we armed the Chinese to fight the Russians. I don't know who thought that logic through. Yeah, one communist country is going to fight another communist country on the benefit of a quasi-capitalist country. There's going to come a point in time where trade is not going to mean a thing to them. Why do you think they've been buying up all the silver and gold? There's going to come a time. Just think if the Chinese actually were building planes and ships and boats and secret bases all throughout their river deltas. What if they were actually building submarines, maybe even the mythical submarine carrier that pops up, you can launch planes. With the rocket technology, a submarine force coupled with a reasonably a decent air force that can move people and equipment around. But right now, we still got the edge. I mean, I'm a betting person, so if war was to pop off right this second, I mean, boom, I think we would have the advantage. Just a little bit. Because, we'll have Israel and England come on our side. Perhaps even India. Now, will there be some collateral damage here in the United States for the first time in a very long time? Yes. Yes. But I think that might actually be good for the nation. I mean, do you think people will still be protesting in the streets if let's say 27 hypersonic missiles came in and took out Los Angeles? Let's just say that's just what happened. I think that would galvanize this country in such a way that we might be able to get something done. Now, if we just descend farther into chaos, well, then the sun has truly set on the U.S. empire. We're going to become a second-rate nation like the UK. I mean, it's still cool and all, still economically powerful, still militarily powerful, but it's not the great empire it once was. And in many respects, it's almost like the UK was the Greeks and the United States was Rome. And what comes next? What comes next? And I guess that's entirely up to us to a certain degree. What I would like to see come next is unity and victory. But more than likely, what is going to come next is genocide. Unadulterated, organized, and run with high efficiency, high technology, and there will be no escape. There will be no little tunnels with to tree trunks where you pop out. No, sir. Ground penetrating radar detected it. Special TAC units destroyed it. There's not going to be just hiding in the woods. Drone comes over the woods with that thermal cam, located the subjects, 2 clicks, in a ravine, target's hot, fire. There's not going to be no German resistance. Social media, every cell phone, every camera hooked to the AI. Once again, that's why the CIA is having difficulty penetrating China. You almost will have to get a true Chinese national to become a traitor. And it'd be so easily detectable. Where the hell is Fu Yang getting all this money from? I don't know, but he's all suddenly really interested in certain files at the Ministry of Defense. But what do I know? I'm just one man in the wilderness, subject to the same programming as the rest of you. But I do have a track record of bringing that information. And I'm going to keep bringing it. We have tried so many ways to right the wrongs of the past. But that's the problem. We're the ones trying. It's time, like Yoda said, do or do not. There is no try. I do hope that you guys will do your diligent research. Check out the why. Check out the reason why. And understand that without resources in this world and in this day and age, you're just talking loud and saying nothing. Without a plan, a true plan, you're just winging it. They're not telling you right now, folks. The people who put this thing together that lasted this long was not playing around, and they was not wishful thinking. The people who put this system together had intent and purpose, and they designed that intent and purpose into the very system itself. And everyone who gets resources from the system participates in the system, and you strengthen the system. Your feelings be damned. This is what I'm saying. And this is what I hope you all will understand. Quite simply, a system cannot fail you if it was not designed for you. So if you're feeling any type of way about how the world's going, then that's just because you're on the wrong side of the system. Just that simple. And I, for one, well, I, for one, I want to see humanity win, not necessarily the system. Because the system's just an ideal that certain men with certain power at a certain point in time in history decided to put in action. Those men have been long dead, but their system continues. We have to understand that in order to deal with it. If not, it's going to keep dealing with us. And it's not that kind. Now, let's see. Rudy, 50-50 chance I worked with Russian spies. Oh my gosh. What the hell? Hold on. 28 million already voted. Flush with cash. Biden winning war for airways. You know, we're going to check Russia. I want to see Russia real quick. Russia has 2,000 aircrafts. Okay. Then what about Germany? Only 600. Hold on. I want you guys to see this. Germany only has 600 combat airplanes. They really shouldn't have none, but okay. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Not, nothing against Germans. Japan has 800. And what about India? 1,000. Okay. And the UK. I just want to check the big ones. They only got 300. You guys are UK, you're tripping. Only 347 combat airplanes. Come on now. You can't even defend Great Britain with that fucking meager of a fucking force. What about the army? 8,000 artillery systems, 8,000 armored vehicles. Man, these guys are just slack. Okay. Hold on. I want to punch the numbers real quick, y'all. Let's go to China real quick. Let's go to their army. See, a lot of question marks. They're not giving up a lot of detail, but they got 12,000 armored vehicles. Shit. Grand total of 13,000, basically armored vehicles and artillery systems. But let's go to Navy. See how many ships they have. Only 400. That ain't shit. Weapons. I think those are like their missiles, like 2,000 or so. But now let's put the United States in comparison. Hold on, we already did the aircrafts. This is like basically our military vehicles. Shit. Yeah, we got a grand total of 31,000 fucking vehicles of various types, okay? That's just our vehicles. Fucking Navy, should be, I believe, like 10. Whoa. We only have 275 fucking warships? But some of those are carriers, so. Oh, shit. And now we got like 40,000 plus fucking intercontinental. I mean, these are missiles and all kinds of crazy shit. Passenger. Okay, that's civilian shit. Hold on, I'm gonna go back to country because that ain't cool. Because we only had 200. I want to see what the Chinese Navy's like. The best that we can get. They have 407 ships, and we only had like 200 and something. Which isn't, don't nothing to be scared about, folks. We only got 275. Nothing to be scared about, folks. Okay, because let me break this down. A lot of our ships are more powerful. You see, we have aircraft carriers, and some of the Chinese boats could be just like little pontoon boats type bullshit as well. So let's not be concerned there. We still are blowing everybody out of the water with military vehicles, uh, planes, and troop transports and tanks and all that. So, we, like I said, we got the baddest military still. But the problem is these numbers are 3 years old. And also, there were a lot of question marks in the Chinese stuff. So we just don't have the information because we haven't penetrated their systems. So basically, it looks like war. War is coming. And there's really no way to stop it. This is what I was talking about, a hypersonic missile, by the way, folks. I'm glad I pulled this up. See, a normal missile trajectory is just going to be like damn near a straight line, or else it could be an arc. But this hypersonic deal can do all this, and it's hard to target and take out. Space engine. What is this? Eve 24. See, this hypersonic stuff is the future. I'm sorry, it just is. You ain't stopping it. You're not putting it back in the box. It's out. And once again, whatever's in that little cone of death, it could be biological agents, it could be nuclear, it could be conventional, hopefully conventional. There's a few bombs or whatnot. But that's the problem. So while people are marching, all right, I only bring this so because you ain't gonna get this nowhere else. While people are marching, realize there's weapon systems like this out there. So you're marching, your political blah 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 rhetoric, it's not going to really do nothing unless you actually change the body politics. All right, you start changing those people. But before all that would go down, seriously, they would unleash all this shit on everybody. Yeah, this world's pretty much doomed. Yeah, so good luck with that. Good luck. Good luck, because yeah. This is what I want all, would be revolutionary people to understand. We're gonna storm. We're gonna storm whatever target. Unless you're Bundy, Clive and Bundy and that yoke, whatever target you take over will be Pawn Sacrifice Delta. They will blow that thing to smithereens, dude, with you up in it. Just blow it up. And not even bat an eye. That's the nature of this beast. Is there hope to win? Sure. Can we overcome? Perhaps. If people beat you down, do they just become guilty and feel sad for you and be like, oh, will this change you? Not typically. The Germans don't give Israel restitution money because the Germans are just so sorry about turning them into ash. No, the Germans give them economic reparations because the Germans basically lost a war and they have to pay the economic financial toe. Now, that was 6 years of death and destruction. What about 400 years of death and destruction? And people have enough nerves to say, oh, that shit don't even exist. There's no racism. Look at Billy Bo Bob Bob. He's over there making money. You can make money too, which is true. And before you die, all that money will be checked back into the system. Talk to Bill Cosby, talk to Michael Jackson, talk to Sidney Poitier, talk to them all. Most of your celebrities are on borrowed wealth time. As long as they're plugged in, they're doing what they need to do, they got the money. They start screwing up, they start acting out of character, money's gone. So, good luck, y'all. Do what you can do. Do your research, get your knowledge. Try to be a better person. This will conclude TPIM SR Live for today. Live your life with integrity without hate, envy, and greed. And as always, brothers and sisters, please, 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 let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace and power, unity and victory, dignity and respect. Liberation, y'all. I love you all. I'm out.